Hey folks, it's Mark with Firearms Outdoors. Thanks for joining me today. Hey, we've got a very critical, crucial issue that I need you to listen and pay attention to, especially if you're a Washingtonian. If you're not a Washingtonian and you live in some other lesser state, I need you to pay attention anyway, because this fight is coming to you where you're at. In the middle of the night, they, being the Washington State Senate, passed a bump stock ban. It hasn't passed the House yet. It hasn't been proposed, but it has significant momentum because it sailed through in the darkened night with 4 Republicans crossing the line and voting with the gun grabbers, with the Democrats, to take away our gun rights. This is very concerning for several reasons. One, the bump stock, as unfortunately it was misused in Las Vegas, is actually a fairly common accessory. I have one right here. This is a slide fire stock. We've made videos of them. This is not an unusual accessory, as shown by the fact that I have one here, nor is it a difficult accessory to make. Here's one that I fabricated on this Ruger 1022. I made this in an afternoon of plinking around with a vise and a Dremel. Made a little slide fire stock for my 1022. Now, the penalties that they just passed in the Washington Senate make the possession of these a felony. There's no grandfather clause. There's no turn them in compensation thing. There's none of that. They just decided to make me a felon, whether I was aware of the ban or not, just by passing the bill. That's why this is really dangerous. Besides the obvious gradual, incremental decimation of our firearm rights, with the end goal being we can't have any of them, this little play in the playbook seems to have a lot of momentum. We had a lot of hope last year when all of the bills got shot down. You guys did a great job by contacting all of your legislators and your senators, and we got those shut down for the year. But this is a game of attrition, folks. These people will not quit. They will not stop, and you can't quit. You can't stop either. Unfortunately, we have been sold down the river by the NRA in this issue. Not only the NRA, but the Gun Owners Action League. I watched testimony from the guy from the Washington Gun Owners Action League acquiesce in front of the Senate panel, saying, "Yeah, well, we don't really care about those. They're pretty rare." And then state on their website that, hey, if this is as bad as it gets, we're doing really good. Listen, I am a third-generation union man. I pay my union dues to my union so that those guys can represent me in negotiating with my employer. A lot of you guys are, some of you aren't, some of you don't understand. We do the same with the NRA and these other gun rights organizations. If I had a contract where every time we went to go negotiate a contract and my union came back with me taking a pay cut every single freaking time while they were giving away, constantly giving away to the company, would my union dues, would those be fairly spent, wisely spent, a wise investment? No. And I'm arguing right now that the money that we have sent to the NRA, I'm an NRA lifetime member, and I have sent them money. My son's a lifetime member. I've been a member for a long time, and they have sold us down the river on this issue, and they're going to cry and scream for more dues, for more money, after they've sold us down the river, and that pisses me off. So we are on our own on this, folks. We can't rely on sending those people to represent and negotiate for us any longer. No longer. It is up to us. We need to contact our people. We can't trust those people that we have set and that we look to and say, well, those guys, I've sent them a check and they're going to represent me. That's not true. They are incrementally negotiating to give this stuff away. To give. That is frustrating. That is eminently frustrating to me, and that annoys me more than anything. Listen, this whole gun control game, it's like football. I'm not a big football guy, but I like watching the Kalama Chinooks play, state champions. Woo! So, listen, this bump stock ban, you might not have a bump stock. You might not know anybody that has one. You might even think that it's a goofy accessory and that maybe we shouldn't have them. That's really like having the other team down on the 10-yard line. Man, they've got 90 yards to go. Maybe we should just let them have a pass. Maybe we should just let them pass the ball, or just go let them go. It's just a couple of plays. They can get a 5 yards or 7 yards. We can afford to give that up. No, we can't. That's the whole thing. This is a game of attrition. We can't let them have the yardage on the stuff that you might not necessarily think it's super important. Those 5 yards or 10 yards clear down there are just as important as the 5 or 10 yards that are down near the goal line. We can't just give away the stuff that you don't necessarily feel impassioned about. It's a game of attrition. If these people gain success and gain momentum and gain a first down on this, then the next thing is the magazine ban. The next thing is the assault weapons ban. The next thing is total safe storage. All of the safe storage, all of the time where you're required to have your personal defense firearm locked up all the time. All of these with severe penalties if they are found to be offended by a law enforcement agent. All of these could make good people like you and me that might have a rifle behind behind the door, or might have a bump stock, or might have any of these things that are perfectly legal right now, could make felons out of any and all of us. I don't want to be a felon. I respect the law. I'm a man of the law. It started with 594. NRA sold us down the river on that. Now we can't, Bob and I can't sell firearms to each other without having to go through an FFL. They gained momentum on that. We stopped them last year. We have to stop them this year. There's a whole slew of them. I see 4 bills right here. Senate Bill 5992, which was the slide fire ban, 6049, 5444, and 5463. All of these are waiting. They're in session right now, and you have to act. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put the links to all of these and try and make it as easy for you to click through to the original video, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube. Get to the description box. I'm going to put links in there, and I need you, absolutely need you, to click on these and contact your representatives. Let them know. Don't rely on the NRA or any of these other organizations. They have sold us down the river. They have given up on us. They're negotiating away our stuff, and we can't stand for that. Pretty soon, we're going to be fighting a charge on our territory. We don't want to be there. So please follow the links. Follow the 4 basic safety rules whenever you're shooting. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the firing line.